Will it fit? Let's take a look and see if this 6-liter LS and 4L 60E are gonna fit in the front of this. I've got some concerns. Obviously, a lot of times these LS, when you put them in a car like this, will need a new shallower pan. So we're gonna drop it in there, see where the engine height sits with the pan sitting in there, see how the tunnel does to where the rear axle is. Probably gonna have to look at cutting up some floor, possibly cutting up some firewall. We wanna make sure the engine's not gonna sit too far forward. I'm hoping to use these original engine mounts on the frame. So we'll see how well those line up. Got my eye on a engine mount setup that I think will work out really, really well, as long as we're not too far off, and see if we have room for our steering and also our hood. So lots of stuff to check for, lots of stuff to look at it. Stick around, find out if it's all gonna fit. Plus, I'm gonna show you guys some other cool stuff that we've got for the Buick, some other major components that we've been looking for, and what else we are going to steal off of the Yukon to make it work. So stick around, let's find out. Something else I wanted to show you guys was we also got our rear end for the car. This one here is a 8.8 out of a Fox body Mustang. So it should be posi, which is sweet because it needs to be posi. And then the Fox body rear ends are also a little narrower. So I think that this will work. And I was just going to take a quick measurement from drum to drum and see what that looks like on our rear frame. So on the Buick, we are just shy of 48 inches. From frame to frame, from drum to drum. Here is 53 inches, 5 inches, 2.5 inches on each side. That's how much space we'd have between the brake and the frame. I think that's perfect. I just want to be able to set up with as much back spacing on that rim as I could on those rear rims. Get as much of a lip as I can. That would be sweet. So the width of that'll be perfect. I'd probably do a 5-lug axle swap on it, and if I'm doing the 5-lug, might switch to disc brakes as well. I mean, I might as well. So 5-lug axles and disc brakes on there. Pretty sweet. I like it when a plan starts to come together. Next up, what I want to do, because I need to get rid of this thing, get it out of the driveway, is I'm gonna pull all the steering and stuff out of the front end here, and then pull the Hydro Boost brake setup. I think it'd be really cool to run the Hydro Boost brake setup and the power steering off of that pump, because obviously that's what it was designed for. And the way the steering is set up, I think I can make it work in the car, obviously with some modification. Same with the brake booster. All this stuff worked really good in the Denali. And then I'll see about pulling the brake pedal and stuff too. Don't know if I'll end up using that. I have no idea what it looks like, but we'll pull it out anyways, see if we can use it. Then we can get this thing hauled out of here and have my driveway back, and we can get busy. Okay, so I got the steering stuff all disconnected, so I take that whole system out. It's connected to the hydro steer, or the hydro brakes, and I've disconnected the brake lines. I don't know what this is. but I have it, leaving it attached, kept the wires, do some research to figure out if it's something I actually need or not. I think it might be, but who knows? And then, so I'll leave it on there for now. And then I just gotta go in the cab and take off the 4 nuts up in behind the dash, which will be fun. And then this whole piece, steering and brakes, should come off in one. And then I can put it on the bench and take it apart further when I get to mocking that stuff up in the Buick. So. Well, from what I'm looking at right now, I think we're gonna be good. These mounts here are pretty darn close, and I think I can make that work with those mounts that I was looking at online. So that's good. Obviously AC compressor will have to go, but yeah, I wasn't planning on running AC anyways. So we ditched that. Should have lots of room over here. We've got lots of room for exhaust over here. So that's pretty sweet. Don't really have to worry about much else on this side. So that is what it is. Over here, power steering, looks like I've got lots of room for the pump and the lines. That is a different story, but we'll get to there. Steering shaft, they typically came out right here. So it's just a matter of where I mount the steering box. It's going to be an issue. So maybe we run a longer one, come up to here, mount that box in here. I don't know. That's definitely going to be something to think about. Or if we can get it mounted down low enough in there, that would work too. I think with this here, we've got plenty of room in the front, and you could always go with an electric fan, which would probably be the goal eventually, because that fan's heavy, but I don't know. And then height-wise, I think we're okay, and I honestly think that the fitech intake probably sits a little lower, so that's okay. If not about the same height. The oil pan does sit low, but with the brackets, engine brackets, might have to lift it up a bit. Yeah, I guess I could leave this oil pan on there for now, and then when we get to fitting it, if I need to get another oil pan, I could, but I think this would work for now anyways, and then I can get a look at putting a different one on there. Overall, that's pretty exciting. Let's take a look inside here. Obviously, this hasn't been switched to two-wheel drive yet, but I think should be okay. I think this comes out maybe a little further with the two-wheel drive, but it also gets smaller. So, and then running that drive shaft through that opening in the frame should be okay too. Obviously, when we get to the rear suspension, we start cycling that, we'll have to see how much space we've got there. I'll probably have to cut a little bit out of this, I think, to get this sit at the proper angle. So I have no problem doing that. I'll probably even just follow this line across here, and then we can fab that up properly from there. Looks good. Shifting right here, so I could get probably one of those tail mounted like low car style shifters, shift linkages, and run it up through the floor, which is exactly what I was hoping to do. That's exciting. Awesome. She will fit. Yeah, from the side you can see I've still got plenty of space before the hood would hit it. So even if that intake is taller and I have to lift it up a little bit, then that'd be fine. Honestly, I think the whole thing would probably be a little higher, not much, probably like half an inch higher with the engine mounts that I'm looking at. And then I will probably shift it a little bit further back with however I get the steering box to fit in there. And that'll hopefully give us enough room to run the arms and stuff for the steering between the oil pan and that front cross member. But damn, it's gonna work. I'm pretty pumped about that. I don't have much more time to tinker around out here in the garage today, but plan on getting out here again next weekend and doing some more. Next weekend, the plan would be to pull that back out and disconnect the transmission, get it cleaned up, and ready to head over to Highwood Rod and Custom in Calgary. They are going to take care of the two-wheel drive conversion. So we'll follow along with that. While they're doing that, we'll probably clean up the engine a bit, get rid of the accessories and stuff that we're not using, and mock up the fitech intake, lay it back in there, see how it sits, and we'll get some engine mounts and stuff ordered, and then we can set that in there temporarily and start mocking up where some of this stuff's gonna sit. Leave a comment, let me know what you think so far of the build. Really appreciate you guys watching and following along as I figure this out. Yeah, if you like the content, want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to check out, pre-orders are now open for the December issue of the magazine. You can find the link in the description below, and I'll tease the cover here on the screen. It's going to be a really good issue, plus comes with a 2024 calendar. So we try to do that every year. This is only the second year, but we try to do it every year now, where we incorporate a calendar into the issue of the magazine, and always a popular hit. So it makes great stocking stuffer. I know we don't want to talk about Christmas yet, but makes for a good Christmas present. And also check out our memberships. Instead of doing a annual subscription, what I've set up is a membership. So you can either sign on monthly or yearly. That automatically gets you the issue of the magazine, every issue of the magazine when it comes out, shipped directly to you. No extra charges other than your membership fees. membership also gets you early access to the online version of the magazine. You get sneak peeks at the covers. You get early access to all of our YouTube videos. And you also get a discount on everything on the store. So if you want to pick up a hat or shirt or anything like that, extra copies of the magazine, you get, depending on what membership you sign up, 10 to 15% off everything in the store. So overall, it's a really good value. And it just lets me know that you guys are watching and want to support the content and the magazine and the channel. And it's always a huge help. So thanks again for watching, and keep cruise culture alive.
Problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on